closing in just over 5 minutes' time. So be quick if you want to be in the chance to win an annual family pass to Folly Farm. But having already talked agriculture earlier with Joe and Kath, we're turning our attention to the sky right now, as I'm delighted to be joined by Patricia from Seagulls, based right here in Haverfordwest. Because you might not know, but there's a thing called Aviation Ambassadors to inspire young people about the wonderful world of aviation. And Patricia was one of the first ever ones back during, well, it must be near 2020 time. So good morning, Patricia. Welcome to the show. Good
morning, and thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. We've met once or twice before at the Pembrokeshire College at their engineering open days, and it's always a delight to see you, and in particular your wonderful husband and your daughter. I hope the family are doing well, because it's a family business at Seagulls, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is.
And so let us know then, how did you find yourself in aviation, and like more importantly, here in Haverfordwest?
Well, it's a long story, but I'll cut it real short. So my story just started back in Ghana in West Africa, where I saw a small airplane flying overhead, and I was really scared, but I still wanted to know about what it was all about. And I walked onto an airfield and asked for a job. I mean, was that naive or was that bravery? Maybe a bit of both. And yeah, that's how my story started. I learned to build airplanes and work on engines, and then sort of evacuated to the UK, and then finally moved to Haverfordwest, where we think is the Costa del Sol of Britain.
So do we. But why engines? Why flying? Why these? Well, a lot of the planes that you build, they're not massive, but why these things that fly in the sky?
Well, it's very simple. Airplanes have always been the mode of transport that everyone likes to go to if you want to get somewhere quicker and somewhere that you can get there in a timely manner. And so the love of aviation for me, making something, because engineering is all around us, just to be able to design and make something. Because if you look anywhere you are at the moment, anything you can see is made and designed by an engineer. And so for me, that's what sparked the whole enthusiasm about airplanes and engines. And of course, when we talk about aviation is so wide. It's not just the airplanes. There's so much that comes to play, which I don't think we've got a lot of time to talk about. But yeah, airplanes are just amazing things.
And you're so enthusiastic and passionate about it. One of your kind of side quests, as well as building and flying these planes, is actually inspiring the younger generation to consider these careers. They're accessible to anyone if you put your mind to it.
Absolutely. And quite often, I think as parents, we like to steer our children into the direction that we want them to go into. And I think we live in a day and age where now we need to allow our children to flourish in the direction they want to, because we spend a lot of time in the workplace. So we might as well choose something or allow them to choose a career that they're going to be happy doing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. And it was that passion, enthusiasm, and giving children the insight that led to you actually being awarded an OBE for your services to engineering and that enthusiasm. What was that experience like?
It's one that I always say is for all of us, is for everyone there in engineering, is for every young person. I might just be the face that received that award, but I think for me, it's a catalyst to be able to encourage more young people. Maybe it's a bit selfish of me because I want young people to enjoy their jobs. So one day, if I get older and they can pay my pension as a side interest. But no, I think if you have the opportunity to inspire a young person, what better way than through aviation and engineering, getting your hands on doing something, not necessarily just doing the jobs that we consider to be the status quo.
Yeah, and these aviation ambassadors, 10 new ambassadors have been named, and they're appointed to inspire young people in these aviation careers, future-proofing the sector and upskilling young Brits. You're part of that process. What did you do when you were an ambassador?
Well, in my organization, we try to dedicate at least 15 days of the year to the community, to young people, inspiring them into this sort of careers. Because aviation, for instance, young people don't get to hear about it until later in life, unless they are privileged enough to live near an airfield or near an engineering facility. But that particular job, for my point of view, it was a good job, a good sort of career or program that was started originally by Grant Shapps at the time when he was transport minister, and he being an aviator, he wanted to be able to create that opportunity for people to inspire the next generation of pilots, engineers. And so I was very privileged to do that. But going out, talking to young people, inspiring them with the blessing of the transport minister, for me, that was really, really important, because it's one thing to go there just as an ordinary person, but to do it as an ambassador, being at that forefront to be able to inspire young people. I think that's what it was all about, and doing it happily as well. It was brilliant.
That's so great. And I wonder how many people are going through their training, through their qualifications, because they met you and now they've got this career for life and they're future-proofing that sector because you inspired them. And there's nothing as inspiring as seeing these light aircraft as we have here in Haverfordwest. And that's something that you wanted to talk this morning about, is that if you want to see these things relatively close, we can on our doorstep.
Absolutely. And the number of people that I speak to locally who haven't got a clue that there is an airport here. It's a facility that is here. We are all friendly. All the businesses that are based here, Flywheels, who does the flying school. I mean, if you want to do something, just get out there on a Saturday morning. For young people, they are going to school during the week, but on Saturdays and Sundays, if the weather is good, just drive down there. There's a brilliant cafe here. You can have food and sit and watch the airplane. It doesn't cost anything to watch an airplane, because that's how it started for me. Just go watch, even if you speak to a pilot or even an engineer, because most of the base operators here will come during the weekend just to tinker or go flying and stuff. Get to talk to them and you might get inspired. Who knows? It's just right here at your doorstep.
It's amazing. What I love about where I live is that I'm kind of on the flight path to where people come back into land. So I get to see those light aircraft from relatively close. And it is the feat of engineering is something that surprises me every single time. And well, you got up close to another piece of engineering this week, actually, where the Royal helicopter got to land pretty much outside your front door.
Well, it's a funny one. I mean, from a business point of view, we didn't have a direct link to what happened there. But on Tuesday, it was really lovely to be able to see a big helicopter coming. Obviously, for us, it's just another aircraft. So, and the company based here, Flywheels, who run the airport at the moment, I think for them, it's just another day, it's another aircraft. And every aircraft, it doesn't matter what the size, shape, and color, they are all treated with the utmost professionalism and the same sort of courtesy. So from that point of view, it was just another day, another aircraft. But for the community, my point of view, I think it's brilliant, because quite often we talk about Wales being forgotten about, but just to see that, actually we are not forgotten about. We had the Royals come here just to help inspire local family-run businesses. It's not every day that you get to see that. And I mean, kudos to the companies who had that visit, but I think it's really important for us to know that, no, we are not forgotten about in Wales.
We are not forgotten about, and your talents, going back to the engineering part of the conversation, can be honed here as well. As I say at the very beginning, we met you at the Pembrokeshire College. What a great starting point to get into any career, particularly those in engineering. If you want to find out more about you and about Metal Seagulls, then Patricia, before we play your track here on this Feel Good Friday, where can they find more about you?
We are on Facebook. You can also go to our website, metalseagulls.uk and or www.metalseagulls.co.uk. You can find us there, or you can also reach out through Facebook. We are here at Haverfordwest Airport. You can always drop in and give us a call, and we are there to help as well. But please, for young people watching or listening to this interview, remember, you are the only person standing between your success and if you want to do something, put your mind to it, get out of bed in the morning and make it happen, because you are the only one who can make that happen.
Patricia, you are an inspiration. I feel like I want to get up and do something now and go down that path. So there you have it. If you're here in West Wales, in Pembrokeshire, and you're thinking, I want to embark on a career, but I don't know where to go, Metal Seagulls, give them a look. We just had the links there. Patricia, thank you so much for joining us here on The Breakfast Show on Pure West Radio.
Thank you for having me.
What song would you like to have played for us?
Oh, Man I Need.
Man I Need. It's on the way next here. It's gone 9:30. So actually, I need to play this. Mind your ears, Patricia, because our Unscramble competition for today with Folly Farm has now closed. Thank you, Patricia.
Have a good day. Ciao.
It's Feel Good Friday with Beds Today. Wake up comfy with beds and mattresses from just 200.